Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Motor Mike Media, and as always, I'm Motor Mike. And today we'll be talking about the Toyota Land Cruiser. It's a big staple for the Toyota lineup, that nameplate. It's historical. It's a big name for not only Toyota, but for around the world. A lot of people know what a Land Cruiser is. And for 2021, the current model, 200 series, is going away. It's been around since 2008, but it's getting long in the tooth and it's going away. And we're not sure when a replacement's going to come. So we're going to be Land Cruiser-less for a while. But let's talk about the history of the vehicle. We'll talk about the current one and what I want to see from the future. But the historic vehicle that this started from, the 40 series, the FJ40, small, boxy. I really like those things. The circle headlights, the little tiny grill that said Toyota on there. Now a lot of the off-road models have the Toyota spelling for the off-road, the TRD Pros. That thing was simple but reliable. It got the job done. Now, here in the States, those vehicles were used as farm equipment and stuff like that, so most of them rusted away. If you find one with low miles and like good shape, they're crazy expensive. Really good examples of them are in museums or personal collections. But that was just the start of many good things to come. After that was the 55s. The FJ55, it was larger. 4 doors, more room for your cargo, more room for your people. They try to make it a little bit more civilized. It's probably my least favorite of all of them, to be honest with you guys. I think it's a little ugly. A nickname for them was Iron Pigs, because they looked a little bloated and stuff like that. But they just want to keep evolving these. After that, you go to the 60 series. 60 series was from the 80s, more boxy, as everything from the 80s was. But they just want to keep improving things. After that, you're going to the 80 series. That came out in the 90s. That was a great one. Those ones you can still find on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. They're expensive still. You can find some that have 250,000 miles on them. People want like 10, 11, 12 grand for them. It's insane. But they have a very good inline-six engine. It's not a powerhouse, but it's just so reliable. These vehicles, they start getting a little bit more luxurious, but not like tech feature-wise, just like the comfort, materials, and stuff like that for the time period. They're very capable off-road, very comfortable to drive on-road. They're great vehicles. After that, you go to the 100 series. They came out in the late 90s, going into the early 2000s. That's the one a lot of people think of when they hear Land Cruiser here in the States. That's when they start getting really luxurious for the time, adding more tech, more features, stuff like that. That was the introduction of the V8 engine. And I love those V8s. Very reliable. These are very heavy vehicles, so that V8 was making it very nice to move around. But after that, 2008, like I said, we got the 200 series. That's the current one. It's been updated slightly throughout the years, and like I said, it's going away for 2021. But let's talk some hard numbers. So, V8 engine. A 5.7 liter V8 making 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. Very healthy numbers. This engine is so reliable, and it's paired to an 8-speed automatic transmission now. The other numbers is, well, even with the 8-speed, it's still an old V8. It's not very fuel efficient. So you're going to get 13 in the city, 17 on the highway, but these are expensive vehicles, starting at $85,000. I know they're insanely expensive. It can still tow. You can tow about 8,100 pounds with it, and that's one of the reasons why I think they don't sell too good nowadays, is they are very expensive. It's this combination of old and new. Like I said, it came out in 2008, and they try to update it throughout the years, but it's not very fuel efficient. It doesn't have all the tech that a lot of modern cars have. It's not quite as luxurious as other vehicles in that price bracket, and they don't really advertise it, to be honest. But yes, it is an iconic nameplate and still a cool vehicle. Let's talk about the styling. The front end. Very nice front end. I like the grille. The bar that goes all the way across into the headlights, it's nice. They've updated these headlights throughout the years. Now they look pretty decently modern, but the front end, it's still simple but very nice looking. Side profile. Very nice body lines. I like the overall silhouette. Kind of boxy with some smooth edges on it. You can tell it's a rugged vehicle. And I really like the rims. The picture I'm showing now is their Heritage model for 2021. It gussies things up a little bit, makes it look a little bit more off-road capable. It's still very off-road capable, but I like the touches here. The wheels look nice. The rear end. Rear end's pretty simple. Like I said, they updated these lights a little bit, but the rear end's a little plain. A little simple. But overall, the exterior is still a Land Cruiser. It's a pretty decent design, but you can tell it's getting old. The interior. When you step into the interior, you can tell that they've tried their best to make the interior feel very luxurious. The seats are super comfortable, very nice leather. When you sit in the vehicle, you have a nice steering wheel in front of you, leather wraps, nice buttons on there. The gauge cluster, it's pretty old, you can tell, but it's very simple, very nice to look at still. The screen. You can tell that it's kind of a tacked on, added later on in the development of this generation of vehicle. It's a pretty decent system. Has a lot of the good features that you want. Below there, hard touch buttons. You can tell a lot of the switchgear in this vehicle are older Toyotas because it is very old. But still, everything's pretty functional. You can tell that they've tried to add more soft touch materials and more premium materials where they could. They kind of make this vehicle feel more modern. Like I said, 8-speed transmission. You have a gear lever there. I appreciate that instead of having a button or something like that. The interior is still a nice place to be. It's very comfortable, even though it's still a little bit old. Overall, the Land Cruiser. It's a great, reliable vehicle, very off-road capable, and still smooth on the road. But yes, it's old, so that's why it's going away. What do I want from a new one? Well, most people want more features, more tech. I think they're going to add an all-digital gauge cluster, a very large infotainment screen, or hopefully they will. Make the interior feel more modern. The current one's old, you can tell they've tried to add pieces in there, but adding way more premium materials, leathers, making the buttons and knobs at this price bracket, maybe some chrome buttons like the Mercedes uses and stuff like that, something that justifies this price. Also, what I would like to see is maybe more powertrain options. I love that V8 engine, it's super reliable, but it's not very fuel efficient. Maybe a twin turbocharged V6, maybe a mild hybrid system. Stuff like that to improve this vehicle, make it feel more modern, especially at this price bracket. $85,000 starting off, and yes, this basically comes loaded. The only thing above this is the Heritage one that gives you an appearance package, but that's a lot of money for something that's so old and stuff like that, so we know why it's going away. But let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think of the Land Cruiser? And out of all the ones I talked about, what's your favorite one? I really like the FJ40s. They're just iconic, even though they're super expensive nowadays. I also like the 100 series. That's one of the ones I grew up with, but let me know what you guys think. And if you haven't already, check out my channel. I keep trying to give you guys more and more content. We talk about cars, SUVs, trucks, a little bit of everything. Combustion engines and EVs. And please, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you guys can stay up to date with the latest and greatest from my channel. And as always, I truly appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.